Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the patch notes for patch 4.57. Normally I don't really do a video on these kind of patches, but it does have some things that are fairly important, especially for newer players, in regards to upgrading your armor, and just some things you should probably know ahead of Shadowbringers release. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. I might edit out sometimes where I need to like cough or sneeze or just clear my throat or anything like that. Just letting you know in advance. Anyway, moving on to the patch notes, the first couple of things are pretty straightforward. If you have the old Legacy of Allied quest, it's going to ask you to abandon the quest and accept it again. So just don't be too surprised if you see that pop up in your actual chat. Housing auto demolition is recommencing. They had actually turned it off back in October of 2018. However, it has been turned back on. So if you are inactive, you do not use your house, you're going to lose it. So keep that in mind if you're someone who doesn't want to lose your house. Couple of battle system changes, nothing about jobs or classes. This is just some basic things that we expect them to do before every expansion. The most recent Extreme Primal Siryu has been moved from the Raid Finder to the Duty Finder. Cool. The weekly restrictions on Alphascape Crystalloids has been removed. So back in a previous patch, they changed you from needing 7 of these to 4 of these, and they can be exchanged for a Skaven Ester, which you can use to purchase an item level 390 weapon in combination with some items you can purchase with Tomestones of Genesis. Now that that's unlimited, you could clear A12 normal 4 times, get the Crystalloids, buy an Ester, and get yourself an item level 390 weapon with the Tomestones. On top of that, they increased the Echo in a couple of duties. Looks like Deltascape and Sigmascape went up to 20%, and Alphascape went up to 15%, which I believe it was 10% before then. The 24-man Orbone Monastery, the most recent one, its weekly restrictions are entirely gone. You can earn as much armor from it as possible, and you can earn as many coins as possible in order to purchase upgrade materials for your Tomestone gear. So you can use it to collect 390 or farm up your Tomestones of Genesis stuff to 400 as much as you want prior to Shadowbringers. That Ester that we just mentioned earlier, you can now also purchase it with the coins. 1 coin from each of the Stormblood 24-mans, a Rabanastron, a Galgan, and a Mullendays coin. So just another way, so much so that they even give you a little reminder here on how to actually go about upgrading your Tombstone of Genesis gear. They also made some adjustments to Pagos, so if you're still lagging behind in Eureka, it's gotten even easier. Pagos is classically the worst step for just wanting to complete the weapon for the sake of glam. Even if it's going to have no stats at all, Pagos was always the worst. They increased the amount of light that you obtain, which is one of the resources you need in there, from Notorious Monsters. So much so that some Notorious Monsters give you over a crystal, which, considering that you only need 31 crystals to finish a weapon, can make it so following the NM train is super beneficial. On top of that, they made it so that the probability of obtaining Ether and the amount gained from fighting normal enemies that are Elemental level 40 or higher has been increased. Keep in mind, there's no, I don't know why I said or higher. There's nothing above level 40 in Pagos. But this makes dragon parties way more efficient. You can finish a chain 30 in a dragon party. Most likely, you're going to be walking away with a minimum of 4 light crystals, and that does not take very long at all. If you have elemental armor and weapons and you don't want to team up with a full party of 8, you can still earn a lot of light just from going about killing those with a little bit of, there's going to be a little bit of struggle, but it can be done. It can be done a little bit. Also, they increased the drop rate of the Shiver emote, which comes from Cold Warp to lockboxes, so if you need to farm that, you can head in there as well. There's also some PvP adjustments and additions, I guess just additions. Season 13 is underway. The armor for this season looks really cool, but I am just not willing to go into the top 100. I kind of wish you could spend the ribbons that you get from landing in the other ranks on the armor as well as the weapons, but I guess it's good for the people who do actually keep up with the seasons and do work for the top 100 all the time. Now, they added set bonuses to some existing items in the game as well, specifically the items that we got from a previous fan festival, which is the Tidus outfit, known as the Abe set, and the Yuna outfit, which is the High Summoner set. This set bonus gives you bonus experience points when under level 30. Now, this seems like a kind of random add, because while they did add stuff to the Mog Station, I do not believe these items were added for purchase anywhere else in the game. So you still only have them if you got them from a prior fan fest. This tells me that they're probably going to be hitting the Mog Stations soon, because they want to give players another reason to own them. I don't see a reason why 2 years down the road they would suddenly do this if they weren't planning on putting them on the Mog Station soon. So that's my expectation. Who knows if it'll actually happen? We'll just have to wait and see. Now, system, this one deserves its own video, and thus I should probably just do a pretty basic overview of it right now. But the world visit system has been added. I have used it. It has worked good for me. There are a few kinks to be worked out, and they are asking players to stress test this by going to the server and the zone listed on the system message whenever the Ixion Fate spawns. They want as many people transferring over there as possible to basically DDoS their game so they can strengthen it before the expansion actually comes out. The world visit system, in order to use it, that's basically what they describe here. You have to go to one of the 3 starting city-states, go to the aetheryte that is there, and choose the world visit option. Then select the server you want to go to, and bam! It'll teleport you there. It literally takes like 5 seconds once you actually go to the aetheryte and use it. Now, you can't be in a cross-world party when you do it. You can't be using the duty finder. Don't move to another area while you're waiting for the world visit to actually go through, like a nearby zone to the other half of the main city. Also, that this is subject to the congestion of the target world. If it's overly congested, you will not be able to use the world visit to go visit it. And there's a bunch of other restrictions as well. But people have been using it to hop around, look for better prices and markets that may be more conducive to their price range. I saw somebody say they went from one server that was selling like item level 380 armor for like 300k, and they went to another server and found it for like 180. So it's going to encourage people to be a little bit more competitive, a little bit more smart with the marketing, if you are willing to at least put forth the effort to do so. When visiting another world, it does tell you that you are visiting the other world with a little knapsack looking icon right there. It'll also list your free company as Wanderer next to your name as opposed to whatever free company you're actually in. That just means you're currently visiting another world. Nothing to really worry about all too much. There's a bunch of lists of restrictions. Can't use retainers. Your free companies cannot be formed or joined. You cannot view the free company information, and you cannot earn company credits. However, you can still use free company chat. Link shells that are non-cross-world basically cannot be used at all. You cannot purchase houses while you're visiting. You cannot have a resident shared with you. And you can only do the bird in hand quest when you're actually in your home world. You cannot attend weddings. However, this is something they think is super important and is one of the main features of World Visit that they're working on getting done in Shadowbringers. So expect that to be possible in the future. Gold Saucer, you just can't enter tournaments or purchase Cacpot tickets. Also keep in mind, you cannot gather items from legendary or unspoiled nodes. Almost forgot that one. Deep dungeon results will not be saved to leaderboards. Dungeon Moogle delivery services are unavailable. So really, you're just visiting for the ability to participate in things like the hunts or go visit a friend's house. You may not have residence, but you can definitely go visit them. I was doing treasure maps earlier, and I want to do a video on treasure maps because I love that content, and now with World Visit, it's so much easier to do. And also keep in mind that bonuses will not be applied for visiting preferred worlds. Now, for the time being, they removed the preferred world status from every server. So if you had Road to 60 before the maintenance, you still have it, but no one can earn it for the time being while these free transfers are going on. So keep that in mind as well. They also split the North American data centers from 2 into 3, and the server backup function is now officially available. It was already working and available, but it had some things that they were still working out, things you couldn't do. Settings saved to the server can be downloaded from a different system, allowing players to easily carry over their custom settings. They also resolved a few issues right here, and there's a few known issues that you need to be careful with. An issue wherein under certain conditions, having a friend from another world with an identical name prevents you from using the house sharing feature while that friend is visiting your home world. Very interesting issue. I'd also like to point out there is one issue that wasn't known, but is very much prevalent as of the recording of this video. If you are caught and you disconnect while transferring between worlds when you're visiting, you may have some issues logging back into that character and maybe even some of your other characters. I don't know if they've worked it out as of the recording of this video, but I know some people who did get stuck transferring between worlds. They disconnected from the game and they weren't able to log back in. Don't know if that ever got resolved. Hopefully it has by the time you guys are seeing this. Anyway, that's patch 4.57. Honestly, world visiting has already been great, and I look forward to making a video entirely on my thoughts of how it works, things they may need to improve on, and so on and so forth. But that's a wrap for patch 4.57. I need to go get ready for a podcast, or I would absolutely run my mouth a little bit longer. So thank you, everyone. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned. I've actually got some pretty fun 14 and 11 videos coming at you this week. I'll see you guys next time. And until then, take care.